Hello and welcome to Anitom, coming to you from Bulgaria, where today we're going to check out the Lâg T70D B&B. So for those of you who don't know Lâg Guitars, Lâg is a French guitar manufacturer who started about 40 years ago in the south of France. At the time they were making electric guitars, and then they made the switch to making acoustic guitars about 20 years ago. All Lâg guitars have a signature look and feel to them, which I'm a personal fan of. I bought my first Lâg guitar when I was on tour with a band called the Holloways in the UK many years ago when I was cool. And that was when I kind of fell in love with the brand. And now we do quite a lot of business with them as a shop. This T70D B&B, which stands for black and brown, right? Mm-hmm. Black and brown. There are other colors and options in the series. The D stands for Dreadnought, which is the body shape. There's also an auditorium version. There's electroacoustic versions. You can check out the video we did on the natural version if that's the kind of thing that floats your boat. So Lâg guitars, as I say, all have signature looks to them. There's a couple of things that make them quite easy to distinguish. First of all, the oval rosette, which is something that when they first started doing it, not many manufacturers were doing. They have this sort of rounded off edge instead of binding, which is super comfortable on your arm, and to be honest, looks like it's quite a lot of work to do properly rather than just sticking a piece of plastic and hiding all of the imperfections of the wood. The headstock, which is every guitar's signature, and it's the bit that companies like Fender patent and sue you if you use it. This headstock is distinctively French. I believe this has come from a French chateau's fireplace. And again, it's mirrored here on the bridge. So just nice little design features. The French are good at designing things that look sexy. Another Lâg signature move, which came from their early days, is having these matte black tuning heads on the machine heads. And the idea behind this is to remind you of violins and old Baroque instruments, which all had ebony tuning pegs. At the time when Lâg started doing this, it was only really shredder guitars that had matte black things, so it was kind of bold in the guitar world, and it's been their signature ever since they started doing it. And now quite a lot of manufacturers have kind of caught onto this. One of the things I really like about Lâg guitars is just small details like having the graphite nut and saddle and pins. It's probably a very small cost increase to have graphite, but here in our shop, it's one of the things that we get the most requests to switch out on guitars is to change a plastic nut for a graphite nut. It would be good if all manufacturers just gave people graphite nuts as standard. Lâg give graphite nuts, I believe, on everything that they make, including their ukuleles, which is probably overkill. So the look and finish of this one is really nice. I'm a big fan of satin finish guitars. I don't really like big glossy shiny guitars, and this has just got a certain feel to it that's kind of different. It looks different from most of the guitars we have in the shop. There's nothing wrong with the natural one, but personally I like something with a little bit more character and colour.
You're sensitive born, Itomo.
But it should sound more or less the same as the natural one, so let's give it a go. Forgot the specifications again.
A few moments later.
In terms of specifications and wood, all the T70 series has the same, which is a Sika spruce top, solid top, mahogany back and sides, a mahogany neck.
Smells of rich mahogany.
And then you get brown Branco wood on the bridge, on the fingerboard, and I believe on the headstock as well. The difference between the upgraded series of T70, which this one is, and the previous series is that you now have open back tuners, which personally I think is a big plus because they're easy to lubricate. No? No?
Just play something.
So enough waffling on, talking about boring specifications. Let's hear how these guitars sound. So all in all, the Lâg T70D B&B is a really nice guitar. It's a little bit more interesting than just a plain spruce guitar. Nothing wrong with a plain spruce guitar if that's what you like, but this one's got a little bit of character to it. Really nice finishing all round, as is normal on Lâg guitars. So if you're looking for something one up from sort of an entry-level guitar, this thing's a little bit more serious for someone who's going to take their playing a little bit more seriously and is more interested in tone and having the versatility of a slightly more premium guitar. But these things, the T70Ds, retail at about €269. So these guitars retail at about €269, I believe, but check your local independent guitar shop for the latest price, or head over to the Anitom website if you want to help us out. You can always buy one there. Or pick up a packet of strings from us. If you like this video, feel free to like and subscribe, but keep making music and have a nice day.